COVID, and everything's trying to come out of me, and so I needed to use my inhaler and cough and get it up and out. And so I'm up doing that, and I made me some hot honey water with just a little bit of lemon, because they gave me Paxlovid, and I didn't know if the lemon would make the Paxlovid burst too quickly in your system. So just the smallest drop of lemon. But I need to be up and be talking because now I have a voice. I didn't earlier. And last night at this time, I was running a 103 fever. I was not doing well. But the worst thing was that it put me into a reflex sympathetic dystrophy flare, which thankfully the doctor at the emergency room did know what it was. Hi, Ashley. I feel like crap on a cracker. But I need to talk since I have a voice now, because my body is purging all of the crap, and I don't need to be laid down because I need it to come out. So since it's decided to come out at 1 a.m., I'm up using my inhaler and making it come out at 1 a.m. with honey and lemon water. Honestly, if it hadn't put me into a reflex sympathetic dystrophy flare, it would just feel like massive, massive strep throat. But the flare about got me, and I'm very tired because I've not slept good in a few days now. So, oh, that warmth feels so good in my throat. But I thought since I needed to talk to get everything clear out, I thought, well, let's just go through all the Temu bags that have been piling up, because David, the last sale we were at, after we got everything on the tables, he said, boy, you work hard. Yeah, I do. And he said, why don't you get you some stuff and have a splurge? And so I had some Temu cash built up, and so I splurged on myself. And then he told me to buy a couple other things. But I also have some winnings. No, I didn't even know they were together. Is that, wait, Brie, is that Struggle Jennings' daughter? I didn't know if they had like made it official or not. I've not, since I've been doing so much physical therapy and stuff, I've not been in the world of country music or any other music. It seems I've just been doing physical therapy, nurse visits, doctor visits. That's about it. That's sad. I wish he would find happiness. That's one thing I really wish he would find, happiness. He deserves it. He's a sweet boy. But, and if he's watching this, there is a block there that is the reason that you're not making it past certain times in relationships. And if it might be a good thing to go talk to somebody and see what that block is. Okay, so 2 things that I won in the last time I won Fishland. I've won Fishland twice now. Was one of those like $18 really nice orthopedic pillows, and I have one in my farmland game also, because if I'm going to get David one, I'm going to get me one. So I've got it over there, but I'm not going to touch it. But it's very nice, and it is very firm. It's orthopedic, no smell to it. It's great. And I also got one of those extremely long bath towels for fat girls like me, so that I can get out of the tub and wrap up, rather than trying to immediately try to put on clothes. Because I have so much hair and I need to dry. And if I put my jammies on and then go do all that, I just sweat myself to death. And then I got a heating tool. And what this is a crafter's best friend. Now, it's just a small one, because I just want to see if it's worth it to buy a big one day. But you just plug it in, and it puts out just enough heat to melt like your glue wispies from your glue gun, to strip stickers off of things, or to help dry paint. that's taking too long to dry. I think this was $6.40 if you buy it from them. The pillow was like close to $17 if you buy it from them. I think the bath towel was close to $10 if you buy it. And so I'm going to kind of go through all of these. Oh, and then I got this wreath. Now, I got this wreath because someone was saying they look so much more realistic than the Dollar Tree and Dollar Store wreaths. And I figured since it was so cheap, I would try it. I got it when I spun my wheel. I got it super cheap. I think for like $1.37. And I will say that I needed a smaller wreath because I have a thing got in my. I will say that yes, this does look much more realistic, and it's not. You can tell that the Dollar Tree is fake. I'm actually on the fence. I don't know. I see a little bit of florist wire that's strategically placed, but it's not like the Dollar Tree, and that's all you see is florist wire. So I'm really tickled with that wreath. Man, I hope this leaves very soon. If my throat would feel better. My fever keeps trying to break. It's staying lower than it did last night. So it's going to like 101 or maybe 101.7, and then it immediately fall down. And then it'll fall down. So I'm just trying to ride the roller coaster until I feel good and the Paxlovid kicks in. So I did just take my second dose of Paxlovid. Oh, this is a suede leather, and it's just like a fat quarter of suede leather. And I have been making some smudge fans, and I want to try a different wrapping technique. And I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of leather, so I just bought a fat quarter to see if my idea will work, because honestly, it's a toss-up if my ideas work or not. Y'all know that. Yeah, I'm going to be very careful with it, and I'm only going to use it to basically get the glue strings off of stuff. But I want to know if it's something that I'm going to want to use or can use in what I do. So if it's the least bit useful, I will probably break down and buy me a nice one. But this is like an experimental purchase. I knew it was crap probably, but I just need to know if it's something I'm going to find useful, because I don't know if I will or not, honestly. I didn't know they existed, so I'm kind of like, will I think that they're useful? I don't know. Honestly, if my throat and my adenoids and tonsils and lymph nodes would stop, I wouldn't feel half bad, because once we got the RSD flare to slow down, because it sent me straight into an RSD flare, and it was, I was bad. I thought I'm going to be in the hospital for a week. Oh God. They took blood and wrapped my finger, and I lost a nail. But I thought I'm going to be in the hospital for a week, but I got to come home, and they did get me Paxlovid, but it took the pharmacy like 6 hours to fill it. It's like, dude, I'm on a time crunch. Hello? Work with me here. Oh, I thought that was rude. And then I had to notify everybody I've had contact with. That was lovely. So I got another one of these, which are those little jewelry displays. I want to let you all know that having a way to display my jewelry made all the difference in the world. Just having them in something that people could pick up. So it goes in there and it stretches. So it holds it. So it displays it and holds it like, looks like it's defying gravity. I had more people look at my jewelry and take it home because of these little things that cost like $1 than I'd ever. And it was just because they could see it, look at it without having to worry about chains and touching everything. This was much easier for them. So I bought another one of those. I got it on a lightning round. So I grabbed it. And then this was a extra gift on Fishland, when they let you do the extra gift, and you have you don't, like, sometimes you'll do a gift where you have like 7 days to feed. This was where you had to do like the treasure chest and then they gave it to you. This is the first time I've had COVID. I don't know how I got so far from it and then got it. I don't know, but it sure did. So this was a gift from Fishland, the extra, and there was only like 5 choices. So I got a ring. I don't know if it's sterling. It is, I will say, very pretty. It is a thick wide band. I think this is a 8 or 9. I'm going down in rings. It does have a high profile, which is something I don't necessarily like, but it's very pretty. This was free. I think I had to do like 320 points in Fishland, and I got that with it. It was a treasure chest deal. So when you put your jewelry in, you separate it and you click it in, and it holds it like that, and people can see it so much easier, and made all the difference in the world. I was amazed at how many people actually spent time going through my jewelry last time. This is my first time, and it's not that bad, but they said this is a very weak string, which is probably why I think it would probably just feel like strep throat had it not put me into flare. But the bad thing is that all the snot wants to come out of me at 1 a.m. And I don't dare lay down if it's coming out. I need to be up and pushing it out. So I've hit my inhaler, I've coughed and hacked, and I've got me warm honey tea to soothe my throat. And I'm just going to try to get as much of it up and keep talking and keep trying to cough and keep it moving while it's wanting to move. I got me some weird, I think this is what it is. Yeah, weird sports pants for the gym, which will now have to wait another week because of COVID. Speed bumps, I'm hitting speed bumps every day. And the sad thing is that David's had it too. And I felt really bad for him because he stayed home with me. Of course, he took enough days. Of course, he got over it quicker than me because he had already been on the antibiotics for the Lyme that was presenting and then got this. So his body kind of was ahead of the game. And so he's done better than me. But because it put me into flare, my body just crapped out. And so today he actually took a vacation day and stayed home with me because I had to go after we got out of the ER at 3 a.m. I had to go back to the doctor, more blood work, and then everybody had to pick up the medicine. It was just a chaotic day. But these are just sport pants, and they actually do have the little pocket for your phone somewhere. That's why I got them. There's a pocket on here somewhere. I don't care what I look like when I go to the gym, just as long as when I sweat, it goes in this water wicking stuff. I actually won another pair of leggings on the 5 gift game, and they're the most atrocious leggings I've ever seen. But I will wear them because they're free. So that's how I roll. I had such a good response to my hand-painted ornaments that I just got some wood blanks, because once again, I spun the wheel. And when I spun the wheel, it came up, and it's somewhere around here, it came up to one of those wood scorcher pins. I've never used one, but it was like a trial size. And I thought, I'll try that, and I will see if it works. And if it works, I will invest in a better one. I mean, if it works halfway, the sucky one, then I will invest in a much better one later. I'm hoping I have another huge coughing fit and get all this moved and then can lay down and sleep. Okay, so here's the leggings I won on the 5 gifts game. And I'm telling you, they're atrocious. They're kitty cats. And they're the water wicking sports too. But here's the thing, y'all. I don't care what I look like when I go to the gym. I just need to go to the gym. And I mean, people are going to make fun of me being at the gym anyway because I'm a heifer. So why not just I have cats on my britches. Just why not? Well, I wish I could sleep. I think I'd feel better if I could sleep, but I don't want to sleep while all this is trying to come out because I want it to come out. And I'm afraid if I sleep instead of taking advantage of it when it's wanting to come out, that it will get down in my chest tonight, and I don't want it to do that. You going to bed, honey. This will be here for you tomorrow. I'm just trying to keep myself going. Thank you for joining me for a minute. I appreciate it. I'll keep things posted. Okay. This is in my Pamper Me bag that David let me get. It's a retinol cream because right through here I've lost all of my collagen and I have really uneven skin tone. Most of it's because I'm fevered right now and I look like crap. But if Shannon D can do a Temu haul with COVID, which I was sick the last time she did a Temu haul too, but I just had like a really bad sinus drainage. But she had COVID. Well, thank goodness I watched her because I did not know about Plaxivit. Anyway, I hope I'm saying that right. But she's a flight attendant, so she knows and lives in a big city, so she knows all this stuff. So her doctor called that in and it said it did wonders. So I asked for that. And my doctor was like, what? And I was like, just look it up. And they called it in for me. And my insurance paid for it. It was amazing. These are crow's feet. They go around your mouth to help stop the lines that are growing so much on my face right now. The little silicone patches that you just wash and reuse. And I've been using one on my forehead, and it actually has reduced that big one right there. It's reduced it quite a bit if you go back and look at my other videos. So I got some for my mouth because that's where I'm going. Shannon D talked about these solid balms. And one of them smelled really good. I think this one is a dupe for that J'adore by, I don't know. It's got Charlize Theron in it. And then she said this one didn't smell as good, but this one was nice. So I thought, well, they come together. So I just got that to see what it was like. I got cheap stuff, but stuff that I knew I would use. I got a lot of eyeshadows because my eyeshadows are getting really old and nasty. I've moved so much snot, I'm sorry to be rude, in the last half hour. I'm just hoping that being up and keeping it moving gets it out of me because right now it's coming out. I just don't want it to settle in my chest and me have to go to the hospital. So I thought, well, I'll get up and see if I can move some snot. And that's what I've been doing. This lymph node right here is really swollen, but it's better than it was at 3 o'clock this evening. So I know I'm doing better. My poor little nurse has checked on me 3 times this evening over the phone. Bless her real hard. I don't know what I'd do without her. And she actually came out Monday and gave me a shot and didn't care if she was like, I'm coming out, I'm going to give you a shot just in case we get ahead of the game because we thought I was going for another sinus issue, but no, it was COVID. So she just trooped it right on in there and gave me a shot. And luckily it got me ahead of the curve a little bit with all the snot. This is a very pretty mauve. And it's an eyeshadow. And on the other end, it has a blender brush. And I think these are like $1.67 to $2.37, depending on if you find a certain buyer or they have a sale going. So the reviews on those are awesome. They say they're very pigmented, and I have to wear those colors. So when David gave me the option to pamper myself, I thought, well, my eyeshadows are so old, so I'm going to get some new ones because they're very old. I feel much more clear since I've been up talking. Should have brought mine. Oh, this is a mud stick. So this is just clay. It's got a safety thing. This is just clay that you can wind up and rub on your face, and it will help pull dirt and debris out of your skin. It's kind of a lot like bentonite clay, but it's not as good for you, but it still will clear your skin. And I got some of that because sometimes I have trouble spots and I just need a little bit of help in a certain area. And so I got that to be my help in a certain area. It is going to be 23 here tonight. Not looking forward. It's probably already 23. Not looking forward to the morning because that means my body is going to be slower than molasses in January. But I'm so sore from where I was in flare. I just can't get comfortable enough to sleep. And then when all the snot wanted to come out, I thought, well, I just need to be up talking and moving the snot. So here I am. Because I thought it seems like the logical thing to do. I need to be talking. This is called MMJD Crocodile Repair Eye Serum. And this is specifically made for women that have really dark and thin skin for right here. My mother has notoriously thin and dark circles. A lot of it's her culture, her native culture. And I have, that's about the only thing I got from Mom. Everything else I got from my Irish father. But I'm going to try that, and if it works, I'm going to buy Mom some of it too. Because she's been fighting that issue for years and has not found anything successful at it yet. This is another eyeshadow stick, and it is a really pretty copper. And once again, it has the brush at the other end for blending. They say these are amazing, so I'm anxious to have a day where I feel like something other than crap, so I can try it on. I'm hoping the Paxlovid really makes a difference. The only good thing that happened was that David and I both had it, so we've not had to like quarantine in other ends of the house, because I don't think I would be resting very well if he wasn't in the room with me. So thank goodness at least we had it at the same time. And his work has been really nice because it's probably where it came from. And they were like, you never miss, you don't have any points. They were like, we know Liz has issues with her health. They were like, take all the time you need. You've got plenty of vacation time. So, of course, he wants to go to work. And he's been without a fever long enough. If I can get 36 hours, then he can go back. So we're on the countdown for the fever to go away. I got another freebie in the 5 gifts, which was another tripod and selfie stick. And I think I'm going to let David have it for trapping season. So, I figure since they gave me 2, I might as well give David one of them. Lots of times when they give you the gifts, you see them so many times, and you kind of pick the same ones because you're hoping eventually they'll throw you a bone. And so it's very odd because normally if I get any, I will get 2 the same time. Here is the wood scorch pen. It's a trial size. This was very cheap. I think it was maybe $7. And if you know about a wood scorch pen, you know how expensive they are. So what you do is you draw on the wood, which is why I got wood blanks. And basswood and balsam one are the best. You draw on the wood just like you would with a marker. And then when you hold the heat gun over it, this magic stuff makes it look wood burnt. I'm going to try it if it works the least little bit, because I know this is a junky version. If it works the least little bit, I'm going to buy me a really nice one, because with the issues with my hands and my arthritis, using a wood burner, which I used to love to do, is very dangerous for me now. So I don't need to be doing that anymore. So if it works the least little bit, I will probably save up and buy me an actual real one. Oh, goodness, I'm tired. Okay, and if you saw my Santa's Southern Reindeers, or Santa's Reindeer Southern style, I got the little um, laser cut heads so I could actually do plaques with actual heads. I'm just going to use wood filler or put a bow right there when I do it. So if you didn't see my Santa's Reindeer Southern style, go back and look at some of those. Oh, and I got some of these little kiln dried wood rounds to try. I just got enough to try to see how it burns on different wood. This is Ploy 101 stick. I have no idea. Number one, because it's been a while since I put this order in, and number two, because I'm so sick I can't remember crap right now. Let's see what this is. I think it's another eyeshadow. Yes, no, it's a contour and concealer in one. So this was the Ploy 101 stick, and this had really good reviews, so I grabbed it. I think it was just like $1.97, and people had responded really favorably to it, so I got it. I got a stainless steel, supposed to never lose its shine necklace because I like stainless steel. I got a stainless steel lariat necklace that is the sun, and the moon goes through the sun and makes the lariat necklace. This is stainless steel, so I think I like it quite a bit. I like stainless. Let's see, got a ring. It's amazing how many packages have showed up. Okay, this is just a little ring. And I'm sure it's stainless if I bought it. It's just a little band. I have some little rings, or if I don't want to wear my wedding set, then I like to put on just a stainless band. So that's cute. I like the way it looks. It's very cute. They had some really good jewelry. I like their jewelry. This is really pretty. This is titanium. And it's a big honker, but it's titanium. It's really flashy. And I like it a lot. I knew I could get it because pretty soon I'll be able to wear it on this finger with no problems. So I knew it would be one that I could throw up to the next finger very quickly because of my weight loss. This says, it's an ornament. It says, I can no longer see you. Oh, let me just open it because I'm blind. It says, I can no longer see you with my eyes, but I feel you in my heart forever. And if y'all know, the last couple years, especially between Christmas, a couple years ago with my best friend of 35 years passing away, and then Granny passing away this summer, I've lost some very important people in my world. And so I got this to go on the tree in memory of them this year. And my tree is either homemade or gifted or memory ornaments. And it comes with a really long ribbon, but it's very pretty. It's only plain, it's only put on one side, but it's very pretty. It's got a butterfly. So I think that was a duck and more reindeers because it takes several to do one. So boy, I'm tired, y'all. Okay, I just got 3 of these stainless steel plain bands because lots of times now that I'm losing weight, I need to put a ring on and then put one of these in front of it to keep it from falling off. So I use these as stoppers. It works. So we've got another, looks like a NYC dupe, makeup dupe. Good grief. Okay, I'm too weak. This is a silvery gray that will be a blender for me for the holidays when I want to be a little flashy. So I have really deep hooded eyes, and it's hard to do my makeup. Also, if you need help with your makeup, Kim's daughter, Tanisha, has started a channel called Borderline Bad, and she's amazing at makeup. And she has hooded eyes, and I've watched just her first video and learned a lot. So if you need makeup help, go watch Borderline Bad channel, Tanisha, and she'll give you makeup tips. This is just a wind-up shadow, and it is a very dark purple. I do a lot of purples because of my brown eyes. Can you put your code in the comments? And I'll send you an ad on my games. If you'll put your code in the comments, and I'll write it down and add you on my games. It'll probably be in the morning. I don't feel like it tonight. I'm just up because I can't sleep because I have COVID and I feel like crap. Okay, this is another eyeshadow, and this is just a pure jet black. This is to go with the silver to kind of, and I use them to kind of buffer together to make a smoky eye that's not like, I don't look like a trash panda. That's the big thing. Yeah, I have a pen. Hi, Gypsy. I'm up trying to keep my lungs. Everything wanted to come out. And so I got up and hit my inhaler and made me and coughed and moved a lot of stuff because it's wanting to come out. So I don't dare sleep. If it's wanting to come out, it needs to come out. But I did all that, and then I gargled with salt water, and then I made me some honey and lemon. Okay, Robot Man. Yeah, just leave your code, and I'll try to do it tomorrow. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of days in bed, so. Okay, this is a 2-piece, and this was like $14. And it's just this dark red. It is just a long sleeve tunic and leggings of the same color. I'm going to wear them with my boots and a black cardigan. Nothing special, just a plain, cheap outfit. But David told me to pamper myself, so I pampered myself. And of course, it all gets here when I'm sicker than a dog. Oh, Gypsy, I found you something. I found some. Aren't they cute? Put it in, and I'll do it when I lay down. When I get done with this, I'm gonna go lay down. I'll send an invite, or you can. That way we're linked, and you can let me know what you need help with, or you can email me at watersworkload@gmail.com. All one word, Waters, 1T, WATERS, workload@gmail.com, and send me your Temu information, and I'll link up with it tonight. Thank you, Gypsy. I appreciate that. So when David turns me loose and says I can buy clothes, I like to buy the kind of weird clothes. So I got me a sun and moon sweatshirt. I got some weird clothes, but it's because I won some, and the ones I won, if you go back, the leggings I won for the gym are atrocious, but I'm going to wear them because they're free. Yeah, I thought this was really pretty. So I think the more I talk, the more my lungs push this out. It's not trying to settle in my lungs, but it's draining, and it's draining so fast that when I lay down, I'm just going to end up in a snot puddle. So I thought I just need to get up and push it out while it's trying to come out. Just get the inhaler and just get it all out. Just get it all out of there. But honestly, if it hadn't put me into my RSD flare, it would have just been like really bad strep throat. But the flare was the worst flare I think I've had in 3 years. And like I was sitting in the doctor's driveway in the doctor's parking lot this morning from 8:30 to 9:45 because they had to come out to see me because I couldn't go in. And I was just crying. David was with me. I was just crying because I felt so bad. Did you put the code in the chat? Okay, let me find it real quick. I'm not seeing it. Gypsy, do you see a hidden message from Robot Man with a code? Because I am not seeing the code. And if he needs something in the next 5 hours, I would like to, yeah, I'm not seeing the code either. Try it again. It's not showing up in chat. I don't care a bit to help you. I know what it's like to need help and nobody show up. I also got, I won Fishland and got a orthopedic pillow for David, which is normally like around $20, and a bath towel that's a big one for a big girl like me. And then another tripod thing. I'm gonna give it to David for trapping season. So, but he let me kind of pamper myself because he kind of looked at everything and he was like, "Wow, you do a lot of work." And I was like, "Yeah, I do." These little things, put the rings that I won as a gift on Fishland in here. These little jewelry displays have been a game changer for people looking at my jewelry. It's amazing. Now that they can handle this instead of, I think they're nervous to handle jewelry because they're like afraid I'm thinking they're going to swap it or something. But if they pick up this, they can look at it and they feel more comfortable with it in their hand. Um, and I really like this. These have been a game changer. They hold everything, kind of defies gravity. And I had probably 5 times the people look and make off with my jewelry as normal this last weekend. So, and the sad thing is it does, we don't think we got it when we were out and about. It looks like we may have got it when David went to the Chinese buffet Sunday evening, early evening, to get us some dinner because we were tired. It looks like we might have got it then. Savannah, I can't sleep because I've got COVID. And stuff finally started coming out of me. I've got enough Paxlovid in me now that everything was purging. And I was keeping David awake. And I needed to get up and use my inhaler and cough and get it all out. And gargle with salt water. And then I made me some warm honey and a little bit of lemon, not a lot, just to calm my throat down. But honestly, if it had not, I had a temperature of 103 last night at the ER, but I couldn't get it to break. Like all my tricks, none of them worked. And when I went into flare, I was done. Like I couldn't function. But if it hadn't put me into flare, it would feel like a really bad case of strep throat. But because it put me into flare, it just like killed me. No, at least I have a voice because I didn't have one yesterday or last night. So at least I have one now. It's slowly coming back, and the Paxlovid I can tell is kicking in. But since the stuff was coming out, I didn't want to try to sleep because I thought if it's trying to come out, I need to be up and let it come out. So I'm trying to stay up on this side of the house and let David sleep. He's had it too. We both had it. He's been home from work, and I've got to be free of fever for so many hours before he can go back. So at least we had it together. But he's done better than me. But he was already on all his medicine for the Lyme and Rocky Mountain spotted fever that that's why it was starting. Um, he was, or that's why he got it so quick. He was starting to go into Rocky Mountain spotted fever issues, and so that weakened his immune system, and he got, because probably it wouldn't have bothered him, but I certainly got it. But had it not put me in a flare, it would just be really bad, like his strep throat. Yeah, I'm the first thing I'm doing in the morning because I don't have the strength to. I'm just, when I got home finally from the doctor, because we had to run for like 6 hours for blood work and back and forth, and trying to find a pharmacy that had the Paxlovid because I live in BFE. It's miserable. I just did not have the strength. And I did turn the steam on for a while and sat in the steam, but I'm going to soak in a um, baking soda and salt bath in the morning, and just, that's where I'm going to live. Yeah, I was trying to find, I have throat care tea, but I couldn't find it. So I just put local honey from the lady that lives about 30 minutes away that makes it, and a little bit of lemon, and just made the water hot, and it has soothed my throat so much. And I've been gargling with salt water off and on all day too. I can tell I'm getting better, but when it started all coming out, I thought, well, I need to stay up and make it come out. And I thought the easiest way to do that is get up, hit the inhaler, and cough and gag for 30 minutes, and then keep talking and keep my chest moving. And I can breathe really good. It's just, I don't want it settling. If it's coming out, I want to stay up and get it out. So I'm up trying to talk and keep it moving. And my little nurse has checked on me like 4 times through the evening. Bless her little heart. So, but it done a number on my RSD. It put me into the worst flare that I've experienced in about 3 years. So I really thought I'd be in the hospital, but it's right now, as of right now, I'm still able to make it at home. So tomorrow I'm going to make David dig out my throat tea. I think it's stuck behind my Lazy Susan in the cabinet, and I just can't reach it. So I just did my Temu haul that has accumulated while I've been sick, because after the event, not this weekend, but the previous event we went through, those where we did like 5 in a row, David was like, you do a lot. He's like, and I don't give you enough credit. And he's like, go and splurge and spoil yourself. Of course, I had some Temu cash built up where I get my price adjustments, and I used that. And he was like, no, buy yourself something. And so I got myself a couple of outfits and a pair of sport leggings, and the makeup and the jewelry was basically with my Temu cash that I had banked. Yeah, I know, 'tis the season not to be sick, I know. And my mom and dad have a RIFE machine, RIFE, and they run that protocol twice a day. And they have stayed healthy as can be. And I know a lot of people are skeptical about RIFE machines, but it got my mother through breast cancer. And she healed from her knee replacement like 5 times faster than the surgeons, people that also had surgery that same day. He was amazed. So as soon as I'm able to be around her without putting her in danger, I'm going to go down and I'm going to run some protocols to help build my immune system back up. So if you've not heard about a RIFE machine, RIFE, go read up on it. Medical people say a lot of bad things about it, but my uncle has had leukemia almost his whole life and had 16 surgeries, and he started a RIFE protocol. And after 8 months, they cannot find leukemia in his system. And if you know leukemia is supposed to never leave your system. They can't find a trace of leukemia in his system. But they won't approve treatment. They say it's a quack treatment. And if you buy them, you have to buy them yourself. But my uncle was a big wig in the Air Force, so he knows a lot of this weird stuff. And he let mom use his during her breast cancer issue. And so they just bought their own, and they do great. And of course, you see, they're 70 and 71 and act younger than me. So I'm going to be going down and trying to do some when I get better to build my immune system back up. Because I really, really need to. Well, I think that's all I'm going to show. I'm not going to touch the pillow or the bath towel. Um, I'm going to wash the bath towel, but the pillow, I'm not going to touch it until we're not sick and I can take it out of its bag. And I'm going to sit up and watch a movie and cough and hit hit my inhaler and try to get the rest of this that's coming out. My nose is just dripping. It's just pouring out of me. And I'm going to try to get this out of me, and then I'm going to try to lay down. But I needed to be up to take my second dose of the Paxlovid, so I needed to be up. But I feel better since I've talked for a few minutes. My voice is coming back. The flare is it's about it's down to probably a third of what it was this morning, so I'm within a range of tolerating it. I just don't feel good. But I definitely feel better than I did last night when I had 103 temperature. So, hoping that this medicine kicks in really, really soon and I begin to feel much, much better. So send me some good vibes, y'all, because I'm a hurting. It's just my throat. I feel like I have strep throat from Hades. Once the RSD flare calmed down, it was just my throat, and then all the snot coming out. So, but I'm going to finish my tea and then I'm going to hack and gag for a while and make sure I get all this crap out of me because I don't want it going to my lungs. And then I may try to get a nap in before daylight. I don't know. But I appreciate you being awake with me and looking at my Temu haul. And I never saw a code. Maybe he'll get it through the Gmail. I don't care to help people. I know it can be frustrating because they only let certain people help you once every 7 days. And so you have to have a lot of friends to help. So, oh, thank you, Sven. I want to feel better too. I think once I get over the hill, I'll be okay. It's just going to take me probably a couple of days of resting. And this Paxlovid seems to be pretty potent. So, it's not working. Good grief. Do you do the Discord Temu boards? If you're on Discord and you do the Temu boards, you can find me on the Discord as Hillbilly Heart. I'm only on the Temu boards though. I don't do anything else. That may be a really good way for you to get extra people to help because Discord has Temu boards and it's link for link. So people will help you. You click their link, they click yours. And 9 times out of 10, they honor it. So it's not that bad. Every once in a while, I'll find a dumb butt that won't. I'm about to choke on my honey tea. But that may be something for you to look into. I don't have my iPad up here. I would be able to tell you, but I don't have anything up here. But well, I'm feeling pretty crappy, so I think I'm gonna go and hack and gag for a little while. I don't wear a lot of it, but if I do, I wear eyeshadow and mascara, and that's about it. And I never really learned how to do makeup. So Kim's daughter Tanisha has started a channel called Borderline Bad, where she is doing makeup tips, and she's really good at makeup, really good. So it may be a fun thing to go watch her because she's like I don't know how she blends her makeup so well. I've ever since she was a teenager, I've been like amazed at her makeup skills. So I've been watching. I watched her first video, and actually, because I've got hooded eyes like her, I learned actually a lot on the first video. So I may watch her. I subbed, so I'm going to watch her channel for a while and try to use her tips. But all of my shadows and stuff were like way old. And I thought, well, I'm going to buy me some of these stick things that you seal and last a little longer. And so I bought me 4. I got like a pearlescent gray, a mauve, a copper, and a black. And then I got me a concealer and contour stick. So I thought that was about all the makeup I need. It's about all the makeup I need. Yeah, the Discord boards are really good, and you meet a lot of good people. And just look for the Temu boards and make sure it's in your country. And they're really good people. They'll help you out. And I'm under the same name, so if you find me, just tell me who you are, and I'll help you out too. Okay, guys, I've been up and moving and talking. I feel like I've cleared my chest and moved a lot of stuff. I feel a little bit better than I did when I got up and I had just everything draining. So, well, I take a lot of extra supplements and stuff. Um, but like with COVID, it's not if, it's when you're going to catch it. And I finally caught it. My immune system had been doing a lot better, and from all the physical therapy and building up my energy, and of course I take a B12 complex and then an extra B6 and D during the winter. Now my D did great during the summer, but I take D during the winter, and I take Irish sea moss, which has like 90 something of the 103 vitamins and minerals you need a day. Um, and I take black seed powder, and I do a lot of turmeric and garlic and honey and cinnamon and all that good stuff. So I think that's why I've done as well as I've done as far as the snot coming out instead of trying to settle. But man, the bad thing about this was when it tripped me into a flare and my RSD just went crazy. I couldn't handle both. It was too much on me. And then when I got so broken down from the flare, because the flares just deteriorate my body, my fever spiked, and David took me. Thank God they finished the little walk-in ER up here a couple months ago, and David took me up there, and I was just over 103. So they kept me most of the night. And then all morning was the doctors, and then all afternoon was David trying to run and find somebody that would fill the Paxlovid. Yeah, I made me a little nest to where I'll be propped up so that when it drains, it comes out. And because there's no way I can lay flat, so I've made me a little nest. And I told David when I come back, I said I'll be propped up. Don't worry about me. I've got it prop up. But I'm going to stay up in Hawkins Knot for a few more minutes and try to get some more of it moved, and then try to get some rest. But I feel better than I did last night. But um, the worst part is the RSD, because I'm swelled in odd places, because this triggered my RSD in the weirdest of ways. And so like I'm swollen in weird places. And I had like 4 pounds of fluid on me from where I was swollen. And because that's how much it had changed since I weighed at the house here. And I was like, oh God. But at least the ER doctor that they had from Knoxville knew my disorder. And I was like, well, hallelujah. We have somebody that actually paid attention in school. Wow. So yeah, thank you. I'm no, absolutely not going to lay flat tonight. And thank you, because that a lot of people don't know that. Um, but I'm going to be basically sitting up, but I'm going to stay up and try to purge a little bit more before I lay down. But I'll just get through this a little bit at a time. But since I needed to talk and move air and move this crap, I thought, well, let's just open these bags that have accumulated. But it was really sweet of David to tell me to kind of pamper myself. And I didn't spend a whole lot, because most, like 7 of these things were gifts or extra prizes. But I think I spent around $41 and got 2 outfits, a pair of leggings, well, a full outfit, a sweatshirt, a pair of leggings, um, um, all the makeup, all the reindeer, all the wood rounds, um, the mini heat gun. I mean, the perfumes, all the skin stuff, the retinols. Um, so I thought I did pretty doggone good because I got the outfit I think was around $14 or $16. The sweatshirt was I think around 13 because that was a popular print, and the sport pants were only like $7.99, and then the free ones, the cats, which are atrocious, but I'll wear them. They're free. I think that they sell for $6.99 if you buy them. But I thought I did pretty good, and I may have overlooked some stuff. But I mean, I got like retinol creams and stuff, so I got some pricey skin items. So yeah, I like a bigger towel because if I put my jammies on and then try to blow dry my hair and everything, I'm just gonna sweat to death. So I just like a towel. I just like, and I'm so sore in my nose. I'm using microfiber because these are so cheap. I can just throw them away. I can either bleach them or throw them away. But they're so soft on my nose, and it is so sore. Yeah, it feels like a bad case of strep or the flu. It does. But I would have probably felt I would probably done a lot better had it not put me into flare. That was what got me. The flare was what got me because it just broke my body. It broke it right down. So David's doing much better. Okay, I've got my honey tea drink. I'm gonna try to hack and gag and cough up some more stuff, and then I'm gonna try to lay down and rest for a little bit. I feel better since I've talked. I'm getting my voice back. I feel better since I've moved and got some wind moving in me. So thank you for spending time with me, and keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I'm hoping that since the RSD flare has started to go backwards and I'm sitting at about 30 to 40% of what I was dealing with last night, that it will keep going and the swelling will keep going away with it. And I'm swollen in really weird spots. Like even the ER doctor was really, he was, and I was like, no, this is not normal. So we've got to pay attention to that. But that's been the worst part of it was the RSD flare. Otherwise, it's just a really bad strep throat or like flu. It was just the flare that got me. So that's why David's doing so much better than me. But I think I'll bounce back fairly quickly. But I think the Paxlovid is supposed to be really good, and I just took my second dose. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I see a change for the better. Because Shannon D, who has a channel, um, I didn't know that it existed. And Shannon D is a flight attendant. She lives in a big city, and her doctor, and when she had COVID, and she was actually doing Temu hauls when she had COVID too. They put her on that, and she, like in 48 hours, was a different woman. So I'm hoping that I start turning the corner tomorrow and feeling a little bit better. But at least David and I got it at the same time, so we didn't have to separate because I would hate to not. I mean, being married for almost 21 years, I don't like. I'm used to having him beside me in the bed, and I couldn't handle being separated when I feel like crap. So I'm glad at least we got it together. But if I knew who came to his factory sick, I'd probably smack him. So we've had to go back and talk to everybody we've seen since Sunday and tell them to watch themselves. And that was a pain in the butt, but it has to be done. Skippy, I don't know how to read that at all, but I'm assuming you're over there where camels live. So how do you do? Um, okay, it's about 2 a.m. I'm going to call it a night. Y'all have a good night. I hope all y'all are doing well, and I hope that y'all never have to experience this. And as soon as I feel better, I'll be back. But I just really needed to talk and move this phlegm. So thank you for letting me do that. And I'll check in with you at least by community post tomorrow and let you know how I am. And maybe my fever will have broken and I will feel like a new person. Yeah, well, I've had the lemon and honey um, cough drops, and they've helped quite a bit. but my lymph node was so swollen. But I've been using my jade roller on it, and that's when a lot of the stuff started coming out. And so it feels about normal now. So that has helped tremendously. That's a Sabrina tip. Um, and she actually gave me the jade roller. So I used the jade roller on my lymph node, and it is now back to normal size. I'm just still really sore. My throat's still really sore. But I think that will probably correct over the next 24 hours or so with this medicine. But it just feels like a really bad case of strep throat or flu. But boy, that when it put me in a flare, I thought, oh, here I go. I'm going to the hospital for a week. It was that bad. I was shaking. I was convulsing and shaking because I couldn't control my body. And I was just crying because everything was, all my nerves were lit up and going crazy, and I couldn't control anything. And I hadn't had a flare that bad in a long, long time, and it scared the crap out of me. And so, on top of all of this, we're on lactic acid watch as well. So, here we go. But I'll get through this. I'm tough. I'm a what is it, tougher than a pine knot. But I think this one's going to take me a couple of days just because the flare really depleted my body. But I do get to start the gym as soon as I'm over this. And I called the trainer to tell him it would be another week or so until I got through this. And he said that he would work out an energy building routine for me to get me back in the swing of things. So I'm really excited to do that. So, oh, bless his heart, Gypsy. I know what that feels like too, and it sucks. I'll be praying for him. We'll just, we'll, we'll do a prayer chain. I'll pray for him and y'all pray for me. Bless his heart. I'm just trying to avoid, I hate the hospital. I'm just trying to avoid the hospital. Yeah, the pancreas is a scary, scary thing. It's more lethal than the heart in many ways. So that was some of the scariest times in my life when that spread. And I started having a lot of issues. And I'm very blessed that my body somehow made peace with that. And of course, losing the weight. Of course, I've got a lot more left to lose, but losing the weight and getting healthier has helped that. But that's not his problem. His problem is just everything else that's going on. There's really no way that he can even try to do better because he's doing all he can with what he's got. Oh God, I hope not. I wish it was closer. He could use this ROF machine. I mean, it really is something that is amazing. It really, truly is. And mom and dad let people come and use it for free. They just sign a thing that says they're using it of their own will, and then it's free that they don't have to pay, and just to cover their butts. And they come in, they are taught to program it. They do their own protocols and do their own treatment. And there was a woman that the doctor said she had weak. She had pancreatic cancer, and she was from somewhere near it was Trinidad, and she had a really thick accent. And I loved to talk to her, and she loved to talk to me. And we would make fun of each other because we tried to talk like each other. And she was so smart, and I loved to have like really deep conversations with this woman. She was so smart, and she lived an extra 18 months. And they told her she had just maybe a month left. She lived an extra 18 months, and the tumor shrunk for like 7 or 8 of those 18 months. So it's something. Thank you, Savannah. I really appreciate you being up, spending time with me. Thank you. And if you send me links over the next couple of days, I might be slow, but I'll get them. I'm doing Temu in like only in small spurts when I feel really good. So, but I'll get to it. You're like my priority list. But if I'm slow, I will get to it by the end of the day. If it's urgent, put urgent by the link, and I'll get to it quicker. Okay, I think I'm going to heat me a towel, iron me a towel, and put it on my chest and lay down and not lay down, but sit down and try to get some more of this stuff to come up. And then I'm going to go and try to rest a little bit. I just, if it's coming out and I need to be moving my lungs, I wanted to move them. And I can breathe. I've got, but I've got so much snot coming out of me that I thought if it's coming out, I need to be up and getting it out because I don't want it to go down and settle. So I'm going to stay up for about another hour. Yeah, I'm out of castor oil. Who runs out of castor oil at the most inopportune times and doesn't find out until like 9 p.m. at night? That would be me. So tomorrow, David's going to run for more cough drops and a little bit of castor oil because I would have had it right here today if I'd had it right on that lymph node and that tonsil and that adenoid. I'd had it right there. But he's going to run after some stuff tomorrow. He ran so much today, I feel bad for him. So he's going to run after some stuff tomorrow. And but I think the Paxlovid is going to get me through it. But I just needed to move some snot because it was just pouring out of me. And I thought, well, we'll just do a Temu haul while I'm sick. Shannon D did it, so by golly, I can do it. And I just needed to talk and move my diaphragm. And so thank you all for staying up with me. And Gypsy, I'm going to put these in my jewelry box. I'm going to put these in my jewelry box, my silver one. And so when you come down, remember to get them next time I see you. Remember for me to give them to you. Used to be a model. Oh, you need to send me pictures and show me pictures. I love to hear about people and what they've done and accomplished and see how we're all different. That would be a great email or a messenger, like a messenger story. Okay, I'm winding down and I'm going to have to get this done so I can get this snot out of me before I fall asleep. November 30th. We're supposed to be in Georgia for Thanksgiving, but I don't know since he had to take vacation time if we're going to travel or not. So it's kind of up in the air right now. So talk to me later about that because we may be home. We may be home. December 1st, David has to go back to his Lyme disease doctor. So that's going to be a lot going on right through there. But okay, I'm going to go and take care of me. You guys take care of you. I'm going to try to get this snot out of me and get some rest. I love you guys. Send up good energy. And I'm going to go and blow snot bubbles and then hopefully get a nap. I'll check in tomorrow. Love you guys.